Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So back in March of this year, as I posted, Microsoft announced that it was going to be improving Windows 11 by focusing on pain points in the operating system, basically in three main areas: performance, reliability, and better everyday experiences. And this has also been dubbed the K2 effort and initiative, as we have been talking about on the channel. Now, basically a couple of months later, 4 months later, Windows Chief Pavan Davuluri has announced in a Windows Insider blog, which he posted late on Friday last week in my region, that Microsoft's efforts are now beginning to show across insider builds. So I thought this might be a good time to have a look at the so-called progress report that Microsoft has given us in regards to the K2 effort addressing pain points and fixing Windows 11 this year. So if we head over to the blog, he says what we said we'd focus on. In my letter, there was a list of immediate changes we committed to making. This included more taskbar customization, which is currently available in testing in the beta channel. I posted on that earlier today. I'll leave that video linked. Integrating AI where it's most meaningful. There have been some changes already made in the stable version in regards to that. Reducing disruption from Windows updates. That's to some degree or the other started rolling out already in the stable version. If we head into Windows Update, we've got pick a date. We can pause the updates indefinitely. That's one of those changes that have been made. A faster and more dependable file explorer, more control over widgets and feed experiences. To some degree or the other, that's also rolled out. Where they've deactivated expand on hover by default now, where previously you had to configure that yourself. That's just one small improvement there. A simpler, more transparent Windows Insider program. Microsoft has been giving a lot of attention where they've done a big shift in the Insider program, as we have been talking about, and have improved the feedback hub experience, which is already rolled out. So those are the key areas that Microsoft says it would focus on originally. And since then, Pavan says that his team has been deeply focused on these priorities, as they call it. Many of these improvements, he says, have been rolling out to Windows Insiders over the last few months. And this is important. They'll start rolling out more broadly across Windows 11 PCs beginning this fall. So I think that most of these features, the ones we haven't received yet already in the stable version, are going to make it to general availability to the public, I would say, just before the rollout of 26H2, as he says, beginning this fall, which will be spring for us down here in the south. So that's an important bit of information. And then over and above all of this, he has said and given us an indication of what's going to happen between now and the end of the year, where Pavan says, we're going to take everything we learned since March and keep listening and closing the loop on your feedback. And over and above being focused on the initial areas, which as mentioned is mainly performance, reliability, and well-crafted experiences, he says they're expanding into 4 new ones: onboarding and setup, memory optimization for 8 gigabytes and above, providing a faster setup and making it easier for families to access useful parental controls, and number 4, making voice more natural and fluid to interact across the apps you use every day. So quite a lot going on. That's according to Pavan Davuluri, who announced that late on Friday last week in my region. So just keeping you guys in the loop. That's a updated progress report from Microsoft regarding the K2 effort and initiative. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.